Breaking news this afternoon, the Greenville County Sheriff's Office has made an arrest in a cold case homicide. Deputies say back in 2014, Markhill Helms was found shot to death off of Davis Road in Piedmont. 46-year-old Chris Capitino, 26-year-old Destiny Fields, and 28-year-old Raheem Griffin have all been charged with his murder. Sheriff Hobart Lewis says a new tip helped investigators find the suspects.
At least one person has come forward through Crime Stoppers with information that has corroborated the available forensic evidence and also pointed investigators to the location of the vehicle that was used by the suspects during this crime.
Sheriff Lewis says the suspects met up with Helms for what he thought was a drug deal. Then they shot him. Investigators say Helms, Griffin, and Fields were roommates, and a previous conflict between them may have led to the shooting. Also, just into our newsroom, a woman in Lawrence County is facing DUI charges in connection with a crash that killed a pedestrian. According to deputies, on April 15th, Catherine Knight got into an argument with someone else in a vehicle. Deputies say witnesses saw the other person get out of the vehicle and Knight tried to drive away, they say. Deputies say that's when Knight hit and killed 65-year-old Marlon Johnson. Knight is facing charges of DUI and reckless homicide. Turning now to Minneapolis, where a verdict could come this afternoon in the trial of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin. Cities across the country are waiting on edge. For 3 weeks, the prosecution placed the blame squarely on Chauvin. The defense argued that the use of force was appropriate.
This wasn't policing. This was murder.
Sometimes the use of force is just not that attractive.
The jury is currently deciding what happens next. President Joe Biden spoke to George Floyd's family yesterday. He called to deliver well wishes and to let the family know that he was praying for them, he said. More than 3,000 National Guard members have been activated in the Twin Cities in case protests turn violent. Let's head outside now for a live look from our Asheville Sky Camera this afternoon. Perella Lewis joins us now. Perella, beautiful, beautiful Tuesday. Let's enjoy that, right? Because we have a bit of cooler temperatures coming?
That's right. We have a big change coming in the next 24 hours or so. Today is going to be a mild day. It already has been. It's going to end up being the warmest day of the work week. As we look outside, we've got partly cloudy skies now, partly to mostly sunny, depending on where you live. Heading into tomorrow, though, we are going to see some changes. A cold front is going to come through starting tomorrow morning. And as it does come through, it's going to sweep through the area and trigger a freeze watch. This goes into effect tomorrow night into early Thursday morning for some of our viewing area. Now, if you're not under a freeze watch, we're still going to have some patchy areas of frost. Again, this will be Thursday morning. Hard to imagine that because outside right now, we've got temperatures near 70 in the mountains. We've got temperatures in the low 70s across the upstate. But here it is. This is the cold front that's going to bring some changes tomorrow. This is going to bring us breezy conditions and colder air behind the front tomorrow, but still dealing with lots of sunshine today. So hopefully you can get out and enjoy this afternoon because it really is going to be nice. Highs going back into the mid 70s this afternoon across the upstate, and we're going to be pretty close to 70 in the mountains. Tomorrow will be different, and by the way, heading into the weekend, we've got yet another change. I'll get you caught up on that as well coming up in just a few minutes.
Perella, thank you. We'll see you soon. Park rangers in the Great Smoky Mountains are investigating a deadly motorcycle crash. Rangers say the crash happened on Clingman's Dome Road Sunday afternoon. According to investigators, a 20-year-old man lost control of his motorcycle, went off the road, and went down an embankment. The motorcyclist died at the scene. No other vehicles were involved in the crash. In Greenville County, the coroner's office is investigating a shooting and a crash that happened in Pelzer overnight. Authorities say they found the victim at the scene on McKelvey Road. We will, of course, keep you updated as we learn more about this. And now to Georgia. Crews are searching Lake Lanier for a Greenville man. Georgia DNR officials say Dorian Pinson drowned on Sunday. He and 2 others rented a pontoon boat and went swimming near Sunrise Cove Marina. That's in Gainesville, Georgia. Officials say they couldn't make it back to the boat because of strong wind. The 2 others were rescued, but officials say Dorian went under and did not resurface. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is recommending that people who experience new symptoms after receiving Johnson & Johnson's COVID-19 vaccine seek medical treatment immediately. Some symptoms, they say, include headache, backache, neurological symptoms, and shortness of breath. The CDC, along with the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, recommended a pause last week in the use of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine due to reports of blood clots. Officials say the pause gives scientists time to review data and determine whether the vaccine is actually likely linked to the blood clots. About a quarter of South Carolinians are now fully vaccinated, and some healthcare providers in the upstate say they are seeing demand for the shots plateau. Our Kylie Jones talked to some of them about why this might be. She joins us now live. Kylie, it's not the same rush that officials reported just a few weeks ago, is it?
Yeah, no, Gabby, and Bon Secours says this slowdown was expected. Doctors just didn't know how long it was going to last, and the hospital actually just launched an online sign-up program to make it easier for people to sign up and hopefully get shots in more people's arms. The rush for the COVID-19 vaccine has started to slow its roll. Still, just a little more than a quarter of South Carolinians are fully vaccinated.
That's not where we want to be yet, so we're trying to encourage and make people feel a little more comfortable with the vaccine.
Bon Secours' Brandy Giles says appointments used to be fully booked. Now, she says as many as half of their appointments can be wide open.
I think we've made that tipping point of finding the vaccines for those who really want it, to we're finding those who, trying to find people to fill the vaccines that we have.
Giles says they expected the tables to turn at some point. Now they're actually left with extra shots at the end of some days.
So we really try to fill those last one or two at the end of the day, and we're really careful about kind of towards the end of the day about how much we start to reconstitute and we start to prepare for vaccination so that we're not looking for 6, 7, or 8.
She says they rarely have to throw out any doses though. The pause of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine could be holding some people back.
That is definitely something that's kind of on our differential list of why we're not seeing the volume.
Bon Secours is giving the Pfizer vaccine. Giles says these concerns haven't impacted their appointments too much. She also reminds people the dangerous risks of the J&J shot are extremely rare. The hospital now focused on vaccine education and outreach.
Just making people comfortable and taking it to them if that's what we need to do.
And we reached out to a couple pharmacies in the Greenville area. They say they actually haven't had too much of a decline in interest in the vaccine. Some of those are giving the J&J shot though, which is still on pause. We also reached out to Prisma Health about what it's seen with vaccinations. We're still waiting to hear back on that. For now, reporting live in Greenville, Kylie Jones, WYFF News 4.
Kylie, thank you. Turning now to the latest coronavirus numbers. In South Carolina, health officials reported 518 new cases of COVID-19. The state's total number of cases is more than 476,000. The state's death toll is more than 8,200 people. DHEC says more than 15,000 test results were returned on Sunday, and 4.4% of those tests were positive. In North Carolina, health officials reported more than 1,300 new cases. That raises the state's total to more than 949,000. Over 12,000 people have died with COVID-19 in North Carolina. And in Georgia, health officials reported 725 new cases, raising the state's total to more than 869,000. 27 new COVID-19 related deaths were reported in the state, and Georgia's death toll is now more than 17,000 people. This week, the White House is pushing full steam ahead as it tries to sell not only the American people, but members of Congress on its infrastructure package. But at $2 trillion, there is significant disagreement on how to pay for the plan. And we've learned that this afternoon, President Biden is doing a virtual tour of Proterra. That is an electric bus and battery manufacturing plant in Greenville. Advancing cleaner energy is a big part of the president's infrastructure package, but some question whether the president's proposal is spending on the right things.
Stop calling this infrastructure. Stop hiding progressive policies in Trojan horses.
I am prepared to compromise, prepared to see what we can do and what we can get together on. It's a big package, but there's a lot of needs.
Today, the Secretaries of Transportation, Commerce, and Housing will testify before a Senate committee about the infrastructure package. In just a few hours, Easley's Spring Fair will be open to the public for the day, and here is a live look from Sky 4 at the Upper South Carolina State Fairgrounds. This is on Calhoun Memorial Highway in Easley. The fair wraps up on Sunday. Organizers say there's free parking and free gate admission, and people can buy wristbands for the rides. And here's a little more information for you if you're planning to go. It's open from 6 until 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Closes at 11 p.m. on Friday. During the weekend, the fair opens at noon and closes at 11 p.m. on Saturday and 10 p.m. on Sunday. Again, the last day for the fair is this